That this channel is starting to awaken or even find out certain different things that I am now starting to think I'm okay with. Like, for today's topic, sister complex. Why am I suddenly just trying to keep finding out different kinks about the things that maybe I might be into now? Because this is one of those things that I am slightly starting to understand and see the hotness of, and I'm okay with that, and I'm also not okay with that. But anyway, the whole thing is essentially typically you got the obsessive brother or the obsessive sister basically wanting each other's meat, and somebody in that relationship doesn't necessarily want that. And I'm not gonna lie, that's the boring version of this. I would say honestly, when they're super obsessive with wanting some dang meat all the time in some shape and form, high key, it's not my favorite version of the whole sister complex thing. No, even on a level where it's like, the whole weird ass Sora anime that kind of had the two brother and sister kind of going at it just unapologetically. If I'm gonna be honest, even that one is something I just don't really care for either. But what I do care for is a 4-letter word, lolly. And essentially, if you have a lolly sister, that makes everything 10 times better. And the same way can be said vice versa with a Shota side. If you got Shota, it's 10 times better with like a way bigger, way more mature woman that's just going after her own brother. That just seems like a fun time, just sounds like a great family idea to me. But when it comes down to it though, why am I thinking this? Because I read a doujin. And considering that we are going to probably start doing doujin videos a bit more now on the channel, considering the community posts, I might as well just go ahead and be 2 steps ahead. And this particular doujin, it's basically just kind of self-explanatory in the title. Are you still not using your little sister as an onaho? Which by far, again, self-explanatory title. Which this man, I can't even show you anything of it because it's just leaky all over. But when it comes down to it, this whole dude is in class. He's like, man, I gotta go home. I'm ready to have some action to go through because I gotta use this energy for something. Finds his little sister, just start absolutely destroying her cheeks. The other friend on the side just like, bro, what is even happening? Why are you doing this to your own dang sister? Because she's a tool. Because she's good. She helps me out, honestly, when I need to have some release. And this man having the most exaggerated faces I think I've ever seen, which is crazy because he has no eyes. But essentially, the other friend is just like, yo, can I get some? And the other one that's just banging the sister is just like, if you touch her, I'll rip your face off. Basically not that, but essentially he's just like, yeah, I ain't gonna forgive you ever touch her. And so essentially, it just goes into a long ass winded session, and essentially at the end the other guy just like, you know what, I got a sister at my own house, I'm just gonna go clap her. And that's how the cycle basically went. And somehow, yet in the most simplistic way of a story, I would say, not even much of a story, it just, hey, go clap your sister, I suppose. Yet that was the hottest thing I think I might have seen all day today. Like, I'm not even gonna sit here and lie. I think what also helps it a lot is definitely the cuteness factor, whether it's going to be a lolly or a shota, honestly. Because let's just keep it very much a stat. You have plenty of characters that you can use this for, but I feel like it only works in a certain regard towards lollies a bit more because there's that cuteness factor. Because when it comes to lollies, for majority of the time, you're not necessarily know what you're gonna get it. It's kind of like a mystery gift box. You can open that up. Could be a nice surprise, could be some cake inside, could be a NFT. It's ugly, you don't want that, but you never really know what's actually inside of it though, until you actually start, seeing what it's about. And in this case, I guess it's more like you gotta just clap her cheeks to kind of see where this is gonna go, or put her in that position where clapping cheeks is optimal. And once I was done reading that whole doujin, immediately my brain went to who would be the best character for this type of situation to use as clappability just for funsies. And immediately my brain went to Janora from Avatar. Immediately my brain went there because I was just like, you know what? If Janora was your sister, I'm pretty sure you would go out and clap as well. Plus, let's just keep very much a stack. There's also that other doujin that we kind of read like a long time ago that has never left my brain about Janora, and I'm not gonna lie, that's like 10 times wanting to more clap, honestly, if I'm gonna be absolutely honest with you. Plus, when it comes to lawless in these type of situations too, you get basically easy access. Even more so because it's your dang sister. And when it comes down to it, it's just like, I can really release this pent up energy right now. You know what I'm gonna do? Let me just go out of my room to the next room and then say, hey sister, how you doing? Spread her cheeks and then go immediately into town. That's just easy. Again, very much easy access. You don't even gotta leave the house. Just go clap cheeks in this in easy time. Like if I was Boruto or, couldn't necessarily get any type of cheeks from Sarada, I'll just go to Himawari's room and just start clapping every single day. That's just gonna be how it is. Now that I think about it, actually, the whole concept of just clapping a family kind of sounds pretty dang good. Honestly, like if you've seen some of the dojins between Sakura and Sarada, that was some heat. Or just Okayadon relationships in general is some heat too. Like it just genuinely is. Because everybody's kind of involved outside of the man of the household, and it's some random third dude. So it's just a good time. Which kind of lastly gives me the idea to kind of think, how has no one did a Dojin series where you be the, I guess, like the brother to the sister of the character that you're trying to clap, and you just go to different anime universes to just do so. Like for example, again, you could be, Janora's brother and you clap her cheeks, but what if you decide to go to a different universe and be like, hey Klee, time to spread them ass cheeks, and just go for that. Or maybe just go into Tanya's universe, and that kind of actually would make a little bit more sense considering that she's kind of an adopted person, right? Like she didn't really have a family in the beginning, so you could be a long lost brother and then just start clapping her cheeks. Is he gonna survive to tell the tale at the end? Probably not. But still, that's some cheeks worth clapping though, and I refuse for anybody to say so. But my whole point is this though. Essentially, the hotness comes through when the cuteness also comes through. And that's something that Lolly has in spades. I can't tell you how many times, despite this series of like Senko the Fox, where she comes from, not really getting that much attention like it used to, I can't tell you how many times I've seen Senko the Fox in these sort of like situations and just used in these sort of ways, and people have many ideas for what they would do to Senko if she was by your side. Like I can't tell you how much that is basically what the whole sister complex would mean to me. Essentially just like, yeah, you're kind of there and you're doing whatever, and essentially when I ask for something or just straight up get something, it's gonna happen. Like it's just gonna be direct access, like a damn DM. It is what it is. It's like you can't just deny that shit. And then the best part about it is, again, it's your sister, so essentially it's something that only you should be able to use. So, and ultimately, if we're gonna really be real about it, it's kind of like a members only club. It's essentially like, yeah, I have exclusive access to this hole here, and you can't do a damn thing about it. And speaking of members access of things, I actually have a Kofi membership going on right now and starting to build up Kofi for membership stuff. So if you'd like to join in on that, definitely go check out the link in the comment section. But besides that shameless plug, like you want to plug up your little sister's hole, essentially the point is though, is that there is some heat here, and I'm now starting to realize it. Because at first, when I heard about this stuff, I didn't really care so much. I thought it was weak, I thought it was kind of crazy, and a bit too much for my taste. But now that you add the concept of, here it is in this shape and form, especially with that Dojin kind of putting it into, I guess, crazy and extreme lengths of how crazy you can go by clapping your sister's cheek, I can kind of see why, people have like this type of trope as like some of their favorite stuff. I actually get it now, right? Hell, at this point I might have to give Jay his own damn sister at some point so he can just have clap sessions all the time. But anyway, that's essentially all I got to say for this one, so hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, be sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification on the way out. Also follow me on the socials, and let's donate to the channel. Kofi and Cash App is available as well. Also again, Kofi membership, starting that up, link in the description, and in the comment section as well. And until then, it's Jay, sign off. Have a blessed day.